Hey everybody, how are you today? Oh, we got Ponus, hello. Irish and Chill, hello. Dice Controller, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Kind of playing with a green screen today. Do you like it? I'm like such an amateur, but I made it for you guys, so like it, okay? Oh, Little Caesars. I miss Little Caesars. Hello, long-haired, skinny-eyed toe. Welcome. Is that? Oh, it is. If I move slow, there we go. Thank you. Yes, I wore this for a purpose for this live. Self-love. Hi, Maria. Welcome, everybody. So glad to see a few people in here because, I mean, I kind of wanted to talk about, the start of the solstice, answer some questions if anybody has any, and just have a little chat, chill, talk about the greatness of today, the great conjunctions happening tonight and on the first day of the solstice this year, and what that could mean for us. Plus, I have a little surprise for anyone who wants to participate. I want to do a little wishing ritual / spell thing for the new year and burn it on New Year's Eve. And if you guys are interested in adding your wishes, I will write them down today and add them in my little ritual. And we will burn them, or you guys could watch me burn them on New Year's Eve. So yeah, and I kind of wanted to reflect on this whole year. It's been crazy for a lot of us, but I'm kind of getting into that energy of like positiveness. We need happy stuff, right? Because this year's been a roller coaster. So I think we should just kind of shut out the chaos for this live and just kind of connect with each other, just hang out, reflect, talk about a few things. And thank you, Dice Controller, and thank you, Maria. Yeah, so if any of you have a wish that you want to manifest for the new year, just type it in if you want. If you don't want to publicly type it, you can email me, which is on my about in the channel, your wish, if it's like a bit more personal. Or you could do it yourself, whatever, but do what you can to help me get a job I like or can stand for a long time. Simple enough. Alrighty. It's actually, but you know what? It's the small things that really make us happy, but they could be bigger for us, individually. So, Dice Controller, I will do that for you. And Clonic is excellent for that. Just saying. My makeup? Oh. Hi, Debbie. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? No problem. Hey, Rochelle, welcome and happy Yule, doll. How are you? So, yeah, to get a little conversation going, let's start it off with the Great Conjunction. So, Saturn and Jupiter will, almost conjoin. Sorry, I had a mental image of my head of like the planets just colliding, got lost there for a moment. Yes, it is a green screen. And what do you think of it? And Lady Knight of Avalon's wish is for more patience for all of us. Okay. And Rochelle, I'm asking people in the community if they have any wishes for the new year they would like me to add in my little spell or ritual to manifest them. Burn them on New Year's Eve. If you want to add a wish, you can. I don't know if you were here for that part. So yeah, I all about positive vibes today. So I feel like there's an energy shift going on here. I know everybody feels that way, but like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it personally today. Now I did wake up like sick as a dog. I could hardly breathe this morning. It was horrible. But also I'm in good spirits. So, and your wish is to open all of our hearts. I love that. Love that. And thank you. So yeah, with the conjunction, I feel like Saturn is gonna kind of out with the old, in with the new energy, and then with Jupiter, it's like in with the luck, in with the prosperity, like with bring these things in. And then the conjunction is actually a great manifestation tool. So should work well with the spell, right? And today marks the start of the solstice. If anyone sees this video later and wants to add a wish, you can do so in the comments and I will add them because I'm not going to burn them or actually do the ritual spell until New Year's Eve. So happy Yule, everybody. Do any of you have any plans on this special day? Any stuff going on? Let's start a new cycle. Let the old one be gone and done with. Exactly, yes. Your Federation solar flare is the same as the Light of Darkness prophecy by J.D. Temple. Ooh, it's been a bit since I checked in on his channel or work. I probably need to, though, because I am a fan. Ooh, really? Well, that's interesting. And please don't forget to buy Courtney a coffee. It gets you in the giveaway. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah. So another reason I wanted to do the wishes too, guys, I kind of wanted to reflect on the year. Like so much has happened, right? I don't feel like I've really talked about it, but I need to get it off my chest to really go out with the old and in with the new, right? Yeah. So one of the reasons for these wishes is for the love of the community. I want connectiveness, I want joy. I want those things. I think we all do at this point, right? In the year, just seems at every turn, it gets crazier and crazier, but also in the crazy, great things flourish out of the chaos, right? Look how many beautiful gods and goddesses were created from chaos. So that could be like a symbol of the end of this year, right? Yeah, unity. So with our energy, we can manifest our new reality for the upcoming year. So positive headspace. Now, I'm sending you mind powers. Positiveness. I don't know. So order from chaos, right? Yeah. I mean, we're connected right now, even if the world is telling us to stay locked up, stay, distant from each other. At least we have means like this to still connect, to still vibe with one another and to still utilize and take the negative emotions and turn them into positivity, depending on who you meet or come across for the day. So hopefully you come across this and smile. I mean, I have a lot I could be sad about. I'm sure we all do, right? I mean, but I refuse to be when I have so much to be grateful for as well. It's been very difficult, to not be sad. And I think a lot of us feel this way. But I think if we really look within and look around, we can be grateful about some things today too. And Dice Controller asks, when is the ritual? I mean, should we participate at a certain time to add power? Actually, I'd love that. Yeah, I was going to see about doing it live, but I have to see what day that is on. Make sure I don't. Let me look in my planner now. Hey, Jazzy, welcome. How are you? Hello, Alan. So, oh yeah, no, I wrote it in my planner. Yep, we're good. I got nothing else scheduled. Look at me being all organized for once. As long as you and your mom's safe, be happy. Right. That's true. And that's kind of where I was going with that. And Amethyst says, exactly, we all do have things to be sad about. How productive is that? For me, it is about being in the mindset of making change and expanding my love. Yes, I agree. I love that. And yeah, so Dice Controller, I will schedule that. And if you would like to participate, that would be awesome. I'm always open for that. So, being grateful. My loved ones, my children, my fiance, my friends, and my audience right now. Like, we're all good, right? We're breathing, barely hanging in there, but we're breathing, right? So, I mean, that's a lot to smile about today. And seeing you guys even makes me a bit happier, more positive, because it's that I'm not alone type of vibe. So, feeling weak, trying to cut back on calories. It's okay because it's worth it. I wanted to ask a question. Sure, I'm all ears. You can ask any questions y'all want. And that's good. I mean, it's good to try to always go for self-improvement. Just make sure you take care of yourself, doll. If you need to eat, you know. But I am happy for you. Sorry, I'm just waiting on the question, but it's a little laggy, I think. Orly Stewart said she also heard of the Federation. Yeah. Hi, Kavita. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, I watched one of Orly's videos last night, I think. Yeah, but it was live. I wasn't awake for it, so I had to go back and look at that. I haven't caught up on a lot of videos that I should be right now. Maria says, in all this craziness, I found some great people like you, Courtney, and I'm very thankful for the blessings I've had this year. Thank you so much. You know, I'm grateful as well. And you guys, when I woke up this morning, like that was another thought I had as well was, you know, our little group and just the community and the audience and how much all of you really do mean to me. Like even my viewers, it makes my day. It can make or break my day, you know, and sometimes it's easy to focus on the negative because like you could, for just an example, you could get one negative comment, but the 10 positive ones instantly are like gone out of your head. You got to program yourself to look at the positive or the majority, you know, if that made sense. A charged sigil of Belial can solve a lot. Oh, yes, I agree. You know, and I didn't realize too, I mean, I feel like he's been with me longer than I thought. I don't think his energy ever left because I feel like it was his strength that really pulled me through a lot of this year. How can we remove fear of the demons and spirits? I know most are benevolent, but I even get scared when I see shadows going past me or ghostly wisps. I will tell you it takes time. It does, because you can apply the 11 Luciferian points of power. You can do deprogramming rituals. You can do a lot to try to mentally prepare yourself for that. But when you go to evoke one in a ritual and you feel that shift, and then you see what you see manifested, it can be scary. It takes time and practice. However, some tips is to try to create your own deprogramming ritual. In my experience, that's helped a lot of people kind of get over that fear. But I think that's going to naturally be there because it's unknown to us at first. Yeah, I've seen people do it using Bibles and like burning them in a ritual to deprogram the religious stuff in their mind. Or for me, I was working with Hecate at the time, and I had done a ritual like to renew my entire spiritual identity at that time in my practice. So yeah, I would suggest trying that and see how it works for you, because the way the mind works, if you are actively conscious and thinking you're deprogramming something and breaking it down and utilizing that in your conscious and unconscious, it can help a lot. And Dice Controller says, I was afraid of Belial, but he never hurt me, just very intense. Oh, hell yeah. Subjected me to ghosts, but they were friendly. I learned so much. Yes, oh my God, Belial he's a force. He packs a punch when he comes. You will feel him and know he's around. Yeah, Belial I was a little afraid of too, but I got acquainted with his energy quite quickly. I really, really resonated with him. That rebellious spirit, that spirit of empowerment. I love Belial. Actually, the one probably that is freaking me out the most, though, or I'm a little hesitant, is Azazel. And even though I've recently come into this communication with him, I'm now actively establishing that link, and I'm trying to communicate with him quite frequently here and in my work. But that first evocation, I feel like it's going to be an intense one. And I feel like this spirit is going to be way more intense than what I've experienced yet. So stay tuned. I think it'll be wild. And sorry, Kavita says, that's so sweet that you say that the nice comments make the bad ones go a little away. Yeah, they do. I mean, I love this community. I love you guys to death. So what is one thing you guys are proud to have surpassed this year? What is something that you really went through this year that helped you grow or learn? I can say I think I've grown a lot over the years. However, this year I feel like I kind of like rapidly grew with a lot of different situations spiritually and in other ways. So what is one way you guys would say you've grown or learned something this year? And Dice Controller says, it was just an inactive video, JD Temple. I used to get full-time hours, but on 1 week I was transferred to a job site. Then the haunting. Interesting. And you did this with JD in order to establish like the link to Belial? Am I getting that right? Dice Controller? Yeah, which can happen. I'm proud. Jazzy says, I'm proud that I learned to be more compassionate, to be nicer to others. I've learned self-discipline. And long-haired, skinny-eyed toe, I left my husband. Wow. And Rochelle says, oh my goodness, 2020 was like a crash course in patience, kindness, and setting personal boundaries. So much growth. I agree. No, just full-time hours. I mean, first, at the beginning of the year, they threw World War III at us. You know, they had all these articles, and they still have articles about that. And then the pandemic came along. But I think that alone led us into a huge spiritual shift, like a process collectively. I think collective shadow work had rapidly increased. I think a lot more people have become aware. A lot more people have sought out justice, growth, change. I mean, so much has happened this year to reflect on, but I think most of all, healing. You know, I think there's a lot of healing going on, even if it doesn't seem so in the moment. You know, we are some badass warriors to make it through this year, right, guys? Well, I'll just say it. I mean, it feels like this reality has thrown so many levels of bullshit at us this year. It really did test us, but I think that shows our strength, our endurance, and that we can handle things, right? And collectively as well, even if it doesn't seem like it. And everybody needs compassion, I feel. So I just want to say I love you all. And I challenge you today to say I love you to a stranger, even if they look at you funny. Just spread the love. Just do it. Then tell them Courtney told you to. See what funny looks you get. Okay, let me catch up on some comments. I really leaned into my tarot practice, doing almost daily readings, learning to ask better, deeper questions. Wow, you know, I look at this. I look at your guys' comments. So much growth, so much changes that you can even identify in yourself and your own realities. And you're all so strong for that. Give yourself a pat on the back. We are a rock star, aren't we? And Jazzy says, and finally, I'm okay with knowing not everyone likes me. Ah, yes, that was a big lesson I had to learn as well. The need to be liked by others is slowly disappearing, which is great, as my fear of inadequacy was eating away at me. You know, I got a big issue with that too, Jazzy. And I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you that you were able to see that and grow from that. Hello, Ponus, welcome. And who was it? Sorry, let me go back just a bit here. Oh, and long-haired, skinny-eyed toe. I'm sorry, you know, that had happened. You know, it's all good from here. Uphill, right, guys? And Rochelle, oh, honey, we've watched each other grow all year, haven't we? And I love you to death. You've been there for me through some difficult times this year, girlfriend, and I cherish that. Pona says, I love 2020. Sorry, did I miss some? Learned shielding is strong because Robert Bruce technique caused the spirits to complain, but I stopped and they left me alone. And the interaction made me grow. Oh, yes, yes. Anytime you interact with entities and spirits, expect growth. Expect the unexpected, even when the unexpected is expected, while working with spirits and demons, okay? That is probably the best advice pertaining to that. And divination this year. Yeah, we had a lot of people looking within, right? And then look at the positives of the year too. Extraterrestrials, man. Like, a lot of us already knew, but I mean, we had our topic on your channel, about the Galactic Federation coming out. And now I shared an article this morning that NASA saying we received a radio message from a star or planet on the other side of the sun. And they said it could not have been made by humans. So they are investigating that. And I think they're going to announce it soon, guys. Oh, I do. Tongue twister. Yeah. And Jazzy says, exactly, Aries. It can only get better from here. The universe now I'm tongue twisted. No, the universe has forced us to look at ourselves and make crucial changes. As the zodiac sign of transformation, death, rebirth, I need this. Are you a Scorpio too, Jazzy? I get that death and rebirth. Oh my, do I. And Maria, I've also taken out a deck yesterday that I never knew how to read, but done a few readings, and everything was so clear. I love it. That is awesome. Awesome. Live long and prosper. And nano, they do exist. I truly believe that. Yes. And Jazzy says, yeah. Scorpio sister, what's up? Yep. I get it. I do. And a couple of my sons are Scorpio as well. My fiance, Scorpio rising and moon. Virgo, though, sun. And yeah, my rising's also Scorpio. My Mercury, Scorpio. Half my chart. The other half is like Sagittarius and Western, that is. But in Vedic, I'm still a Scorpio, but I have a lot of Libra too. So, yes. Which I found I mean, I don't know if any of you care, but I found a book this morning that I lost a while back when I wanted to really deep dive into astrology. It's called the Astrology Bible, and it teaches you how to really read Western astrology well, and it breaks it all down. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. I am a November Scorpio. November 20th. I was supposed to be born on the 19th, which was my grandfather. He passed away. But it was his birthday. So he was waiting up at the hospital all night long while my mom was in labor, praying I would be born on his birthday. And I was born literally like an hour after midnight. So he was so mad. And my son, though, he's an October Scorpio. And Maria says, I try to be a little more Jedi from now on and search my feelings before reacting to something or someone. Oh my God, yes. That's something I learned this year as well, big time, and Belial, by the way, actually helped me with that. So when a lot of the riots and stuff were happening, earlier in the year, I'm watching, and the best energy that I thought I could reach for something like that would have been Belial, if I wanted to add my help. But I sat down to do this ritual, and he and Astaroth had appeared, and they told me, you need to know, everything's happening as it should right now. And he kind of laughed, you don't think my energy is already there? So I'm thinking, oh, well, yeah, okay. And that alone kept repeating in my head over different instances or situations that would arise throughout the year. And I had to keep telling myself, don't react. Think about this, because, man, I was a reactor. I would go ham on the littlest stuff, and I'm proud to have changed that a bit. And Rochelle says, you have major Scorpio and Libra energy, almost like half and half in Vedic. It's amazing. Yeah, she actually showed me my Vedic chart and helped me with that. And Dice Controller says, Star Girl, the practical witch, does astrology on YouTube, and she's the best I've seen. That's cool. I think I'm aware of her channel. I think, yeah, it's the blonde chick, right? Yeah, I think I know who that is. Amethyst says, I'm working on that also, Maria. I do not always succeed in controlling my sharp tongue, but I'm working on being more mindful. Oh, I think you've done well, doll. And Jazzy says, yes, Stargirl's amazing. OMG. Yeah, I think she's the blonde chick, and like I think I like her tattoos too. Like she talks about star seeds and stuff as well, right? Oh, she has darker hair now? Oh, oops. Sorry. If she ever watches this, I mean no offense. Maria says, neither do the Jedi. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that many movies about them. I hope the Ewoks are real. Like I was thinking about that this morning. If aliens like come out of the planet, not closet, but like planet, if they come out of the solar system, we'll call it. I hope Ewoks are real. Like they're just so damn cute, and I would love an evil Ewok like to be on my side. How amazing would that be? And Dice Controller says, I didn't search my feelings and put a 1943 copper penny back in the cash register at Walgreens. And when I had my phone on me the next day, I checked the value. Might have been forgery though. Ooh, yeah. You know, I resonate so much because my fiance had money here. And I don't remember what bill it was, but it was worth like, what was it, $5,000 or something? Yeah, something like that. And he had like just used that bill like the day before and didn't find out till the next day. So yeah, it's times like that I feel like the universe is playing tricks on us. Ewoks. She loves the Ewoks. Me too. What do you think about the Anunnaki and the Nephilim? Ooh, absolutely real. I think they created us. Soon I want to do something about that. You know, I had watched a video not long ago about the Anunnaki and their like the creation story, and also Rochelle Amethyst Ascension. I learned a lot about them through her. And yeah, I think they have a lot of roots to the Nordic pantheon as well. And I'm going to talk about that a bit later and tell you why I think that. And the Nephilim, oh, definitely. I mean, it's out there. They have found so many bones of giants. There is so much lore and mythology about giants. Yeah, I think they're definitely a thing. I think they're real. I think they're beings. I don't know if they're human or not, but I definitely believe in them. And I think the Anunnaki is like a broad term. Like I feel like more than one race could fall under that. But I feel like they had a hand in our evolution. And Rochelle says, I want the ability to use the Jedi mind control. Yes. And Pona says, what do you think about pick a card readings? Because the past few months I can't choose one group and I lose interest into listening to them pretty fast. Same though. Like, I mean, I don't think pick a card readings are bad. I think it's just down to the individual's opinion. I've used some of them, but then others, no. I think it's really if I coming at it from like an audience perspective, I gotta kind of vibe with the reader, you know. You gotta that reader has to make you feel a little something. And that would be like my take on that. Over $1 million? What? Oh, dice controller. Well, that sucks, bro. So sorry. I wish I had better words. Man. I love some pick a card readings when they are themed. Yeah, and great point, because I think the themes also, it depends on the themes. Yeah. And Rochelle says, exactly. It always comes down to the reader for me, and they can be relevant whenever you stumble upon them. Pick a card readings. Yeah, I agree. And Maria says, I've watched very specific channels and readers, and I love the way they do their pick a card readings. So I keep going back. That's awesome. Yeah. And I think that'll vary amongst the community, like who they prefer. And yeah, it's awesome. Awesome stuff. I haven't participated in one though in a bit. Man, I should do a reading today. I don't think I've done one since our last live, guys. I'm slacking. So, Jazzy, was there anything specific about the Nephilim or the Anunnaki? Now, the Nephilim as well. With Azazel, I've been researching the Watchers and like his origins in the Testament of Solomon, and how the Nephilim came about. And Azazel in the Book of Enoch plays quite a big role in that. So I find that quite interesting as well. And Ponus says, when it comes to money, spells, or rituals, you have to work or create business to get lots of money. And I know that everyone can be rich, but what about lottery tickets? Is there anything hidden from that side? You know, it's weird. The first time I ever actually evoked Clonic, I went and got a scratch off that day and won. And I was like, oh, wow, cool. And then after a bit, when opportunities came and I did a bit better research, I'm like, well, okay, maybe that wasn't him. Maybe it was. I don't know. So I think it's a possibility. I think the intention should probably be clear about it, though. That would just be my advice with that. Make the intent like toward the lottery or toward what you're planning on using. I mean, because there's a lot of opportunities they can bring you. And what I do like about Clonic, he can manipulate digital like transactions and like accounts and stuff like that. And Rochelle says, I find it extremely easy to see into the mindset of a reader by the way they read the cards. Oh, yeah. Yes. The psychology of it is so interesting. That's something that I love, is like the psychology mixed with the spirituality. But you can read them in multiple different ways. Like that I think is more like intriguing to me, just because I feel like I can't do that. I don't have the ability to form massive amounts of different stories, but hopefully I'll get there. I aspire to be like you when I grow up when it comes to reading cards. Love it. You ladies are all so good, though. I can learn from y'all. And Maria says, sometimes those pick a card readings also give me inspiration for my own readings that I do for myself. That's awesome. Yeah, inspiration helps. And Dice Controller says, there are many forgeries, though, and maybe it's what I get for leaving my wealth talisman in the storage unit. Oh, well. And Jazzy said, nothing specific, just wanted your opinion. Okay. Sometimes I can be quite ditzy, so I'll just ask in case, because I'll completely miss somebody's point, and I swear I don't mean it. Dice controller, many websites sell fakes of the penny. Yeah. John H. Hello. Is that... I don't want to say your full name on here without permission, but is that my buddy? Or do I have the wrong person? And Rochelle, yeah, it's just because I have so much chaos going on in my head at one time. Aw. You know, ear twisting? What? It's difficult to catch me off guard, but John, I think you've just done that. Ear twisting. Sorry, can you elaborate on that? My dude. Man, time flew, didn't it? My gosh. All right. So I will be live tonight, guys, on Amethyst Ascension's channel. She's got a great series planned. So I'm hoping you guys will come over there to see what we have to say, what she has to talk about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. And I'm so happy that you guys jumped on here and just relaxed with me. You know, I'm still in my pajamas. You would never know unless I stood up. Don't judge me because I don't care. But I'll probably remain in them today. And there are a lot of cool names here on YouTube. Yeah. Yep. I mean, at least it matches like my sweatshirt too. Look. Ugh. Harley Quinn. Now all I need is the hot chocolate you was talking about yesterday, Rochelle. Man, you got me wanting hot chocolate so bad. PJ party. Ooh. How do you notice it? Because I have a very negative voice and I don't know who it could be. Oh, sorry, Ponus. I just seen your question up here. Oh, you know when you have inner demon voice or whatever it's called? Yes, yes. So that is usually how they will communicate with me. So you know when you know, okay? You'll know it's not your thoughts. It may come through in your voice, or usually if we also have a thought and we're thinking something, here's a good way to distinguish it as well. We will usually associate that with an emotion, right? If there is a spirit whispering to you, you're not going to have the same emotional response as you would to your own thoughts. And also, it's kind of like a knowing, an inner knowing. It's just a thought or a whisper that you know did not come from you, which I can see how that would be really confusing. And also too many coincidences, like if your thoughts are saying, hey, oh, wait, I think I should look up books on Azazel, for example. Or, oh, hey, you know, I wonder Azazel's origins, and you're just being pointed or directed into these things. That's another good way. Thank you, Rochelle. And Jazzy says, do you think it's possible for humans to have partial non-human DNA, seeing we're such complicated beings? I do. I absolutely do. Yes. I believe we're all hybrids. And I think that our lineage may have something to do with it. Now, this is my own theory. It's kind of what happened when I was channeling, writing my little book. I got that like millions of years ago, different races that were here on Earth at the time created with their DNA are multiple races, and they would territory battle on Earth and stuff for the lands. And my theory is that we could have started that way and perhaps mixed, became something a lot greater than what they expected, became our own race. But yeah, I do feel like we're all hybrids to some extent. Dice Controller says, pajamas! Ha ha! I love guessing the voices. Maria, ooh, white hot chocolate. That would be awesome now. Oh my gosh. My son likes white chocolate. I don't. I love dark chocolate. In fact, I found the best chocolate to ever come into existence on this realm. It's called black magic. I know, right? How awesome. I was completely stoked when I seen a box of dark chocolate in a store here with the name Black Magic. How perfect, right? It was like the universe made it for me. Just kidding. But no, really, it's good. All right. Oh, let me catch up on some comments. And Pona says, I'll watch Amethyst live as well. Thank you, doll. You're so loyal. You're so awesome. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. But yeah, she's going to be talking about some psychic stuff. I don't want to give too much away, but make sure you go over and click her reminder, and I'll see y'all there too. Oh, thank you, baby. See, I wasn't lying. Right? Can fellow like left-hand pathers like, whoo. That's right, be jealous. Okay, I'll stop. Get some. It's just hot chocolate. Just hot chocolate? Dice Controller, I am surprised you used just and chocolate in the same sentence. Irish says, white chocolate. And Amethyst says, thank you so much, Ponus. Appreciate it. I think you'll love it. This series that I picked up from videos that I have done before on all psychic clairs. This week, it's clairvoyance. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't want to announce that. Like, wasn't really my place, but since she did, it's about clairvoyance, guys, and it's going to be great. No, it is interesting. It kind of feels like it's from me, but it's not me. Yeah, exactly. The beating voice is hella easy. I thought it could be my mom's parasite or some other negative weak being. It's possible. Also, another thing that's going to come into that is try to become as familiar with the energy of the spirit as you can before anything else. This I learned kind of as I went along, because like a lot of you know, if you've been following me a while, I just kind of like dived into it the minute like Beelzebub manifested. I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I've learned along the way. And one thing that I try to tell people is try to become very familiar, because their energy is the first thing you're going to feel about them, especially when you evoke them. You're going to feel it. And each of them are slightly different. And you will definitely be able to identify that as you go along and become familiar with their energy. But yeah, it'll kind of seem like it's your thought, but you'll kind of know it ain't. I think you're being whispered to, in my opinion, bud. And Rochelle thinks we're all hybrids also. And Dice Controller says, yeah, once saw a spirit bright as the sun at night, but when I blinked, my eyes was no light trace on my eyelids. The spirit manipulated my mind to see it along with others. Yeah, I've had that done. Not quite like that, but where they've manipulated what they wanted me to see. Definitely. Are you working with a particular entity right now, Dice Controller? Curious. And Rochelle says, I like dark chocolate also. And Jazzy says, how ironic, black magic. And Dice Controller said, it happened on the highway. Damn. Yeah, talk about intense. While you're driving. And Maria says, you got an assistant. I'm always on call. See us where? Ascension site? Yeah, Dice Controller. Tonight we're both going to be going live on her channel, and we're going to be talking about clairvoyance and some psychic stuff if you want to check it out. And Jazzy says, bet that distracted you from the road, potentially diverting you from something. Ooh, yeah. And what time is the live? 8 my time, so that would be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 New York time. I got to get my time zones down, guys. My guides did make sure that I watched your live. Awesome. And I've been searching for this. So, Maria, you're an hour, I think, ahead of me. So it would be 9 your time, doll, if I remember correctly. That's so sweet, Dice, or Ponus. And it looks like water shooting out of the road. Then I realized it was light. I took the shape of a man and grabbed the wheel really hard. Wow. It's really cool. It's really hard to notice it because a lot of beings come to me at the same time. Mostly I feel fire, electricity. Oh, yeah. And sorry, guys, just trying to find out where I'm at on my comments. And Rochelle says, thank you, Ponus. You're very kind. Think all of us are becoming way more psychic, and these lives will help you discover some of the signs that some don't realize. Yeah. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Welcome. Santa Muerte soon. Ooh, I'm thinking about her as well. Yes. And the Witch of the Meadows. Hello and welcome. And Lady Blind Wolf says, sorry, just working through some stuff. It's okay. Hope all is well. And Kavita says, nice listening to y'all talking while making some food. Nice that it's not so late. And Lady Knight of Babylon, I can never see the setup videos on channels, only when they pop out the sidebar bell thing. Check your messages. Okay, I will. Poor Lady Blind Wolf, she's always got to come on here and be like, look, go check your messages, because I'm awful. I'm awful at it, keeping up with things. And Dice Controller, when I was meditating on the future, I heard the phrase, Vien nice. Wow. And Jazzy says, spirits appearing always make me feel hot, especially over my head. Yeah, I'll get hot like in the spinal area and in my chest really bad if I'm like doing a house reading with spirits. And hello, Hellboy. Happy Yule to you. And hello, Amanda. Welcome. How are you? Thank you guys for coming. It's a good book. Well, thank you, Dice Controller. I think I'll check that out, actually. I have a little site where I'm going to look for that. Yes, I've had my eye on her for a while now. I feel like dealing with the dead my whole life, I'm kind of feel like we'll connect quite well. Still trying to figure out this thing with Azazel. I'm slowly working up to getting the confidence and my sacrifice and all down for the first evocation I do with him. But I also thought about recording that. I don't think I've put many rituals out for you guys, besides for like with Hecate and stuff earlier on my channel. But I do want to start showing a lot more of my ceremonial and ritual magic as well, because I feel like that can help a lot of you too, if you guys feel you need it. And Rochelle says, yes, I've been getting hot on my crown as well. Now today, the whole back of my head, though, feels like there's static running through it. It's weird. I wonder if that isn't what they were talking about when I was channeling him, or no, this was a little bit after my book. When the Galactic Federation stuff came up, I kept hearing about like a spiritual antenna and how we had to use it. So I'm wondering if that isn't like the crown chakra or even ones above that, you know? And Ponus says, I actually try to stay away from 7 chakra meditation. One of the left-hand YouTubers said if you release too much energy from them, parasites can get attached to you. What do you think? Like, I might need a bit more context with that, Ponus, sorry, but do you mean like just by doing chakra meditation that they'll latch on to you? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really want to say like, you know, somebody else is wrong, because maybe they had an experience. Yeah, so I mean, maybe in their experience it went that way. Like, I don't want to say, oh, it ain't true or whatever. However, in my opinion, I don't see why that would cause parasites. I always was under the assumption that it could free you working on your chakras from like blocks and parasites. I don't know about that one. You got me thinking here. I think you'd be all right if, I mean, we should always, especially working with left-hand path beings or the dark side, we should always and always anyway have protective measures up, especially against things like that, because you can get a parasite latching onto you for a number of reasons. But I'm not quite sure if working on the chakras, I don't know. So it's a book or also Kindle. List of work with Santa Maria, no other god. Well, that's cool. I'd love to hear your experience sometime if you become acquainted in working with her or him. I mean, there's a her. I love fire energy. I feel cozy. And our crown and above, yes, they suck away conscience. They are on the crown chakra. Well, oh, Mystic Rose Tarot, hi, welcome. Getting ready to start the morning and watching online the forming of the Grand Conjunction. I'll catch the replay later. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Like, first signs are when person gets gray hair very fast or gets bald, or when they act laggy. I don't know how to explain the last one. I know a lot of people from religion has them. I can agree with that. So that's why a lot of them try to push people away. Isn't that interesting? You know what? I may have to look that up. I mean, I can agree with those physical signs and that parasitic energy or even dark energy can cause physical changes or like ailments to us. I'm just not sure in relation to the chakras, how that would work. So I would have to dig into that. That's interesting, though. I appreciate you bringing that up because need coffee. Yeah, I do too. Oh, it's been an hour. I need to get my butt off here, but I could probably just sit here all day and chat with you guys. Well, I love you all, and thank you so much for coming and listening to my little rant about the year. And I'm excited for today, you know, the conjunction, the energy, the solstice, right? So, yeah, I'll probably see you guys tonight on the live, and then tomorrow I'm going to talk a bit about my connections so far with Azazel and the 7 steps of alchemy, continuing the series. And Pona says, oh, I know there are a lot of parasites, but how do I get rid of it? Like my mom, she got one since she was a teen. She's cray. Any tips? Feel like you should burn it. Well, I mean, you could do that. And you mean like in an elemental type of ritual? You could do that. I've always done a ritual of cleansing like the self and the chakras, and always envisioned, I think visualization too will help there, but envision the healing, envision severing the cords of the parasites onto you. And also, though, if somebody, see, that could be a PK parasite as well. If somebody has a lot of trauma that they haven't dealt with, or, you know, their mind can go to negative places frequently, we can literally create thought forms, and they are parasites that will latch on to us as well and feed off of that. There are a ton of ways you could get rid of it too, though. But if I would say that she would need to, I don't know. I don't want to sound like she would need to help you help it. if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to search my brain for the words. They just won't come today. I feel brain dead. Yeah, their frequencies, exactly. But yeah, I love you guys, and thank you so much. And that's why I refuse to practice seriously until I work with Santa Morte protection. Somebody's going to marry the Star Girl. Oh, and that's true too. Yeah. Rochelle suggested raising your vibration to help raise hers. Yes. Do like a sever the ties spell as well in a cleansing. You can also trap them in objects. There are a lot of ways to do it. And then healing, of course, because we don't want to reintegrate these things or call them back to us. But, well, I love you guys, and thank you for coming and chatting with me. And hopefully I'll see y'all tonight. Much love, and I will see you tomorrow as well. Bye-bye, guys. Bye, Dice Controller and Ponus and Lady and Rochelle and Maria and everybody else. Love you guys.